What's up, y'all? It's me, it's your boy Asmongold, and today I'm going to show you guys how to get the achievement Dragonmaw, more like Dragonfall. And this is for Gory the Draenor hero, and it's an UBRS heroic on the last boss. This achievement requires you to kill 5 of the drakes that are flying around before you kill her. And in the same fight, it's not like you can kill like 2 in one fight and 3 in the other. So anyway, this achievement is a huge pain in the dick. Like, let me just tell you, like, right now. Like, it is so fucking annoying to do. But if you have a good comp and everybody knows what they're doing, it's not that bad. Okay, it's really not that bad. And so anyway, what you have to do is that the achievement doesn't even start until you get past her first phase, where you're just fighting her normally. Whenever she summons the 3 ads, the 3 like guys that like grip you around and new dragons roar and all that other stuff, that's when the achievement actually starts. And what you want to do is you want to damage every other drake, and the reason for that is the drakes do heal each other, and so you want to make sure that the damage you do is well prepared, because you only have about a 10 to 15 second window of being able to target each drake. Drakes also heal for a percentage of their health, but they do not heal entirely, and so it's a slow process of damaging them down. This video is pretty long, but before I cut it down, it was close to 15 minutes, and so I didn't want to add in like everything, because honestly I figured I'd run out of stuff to talk about. And so the idea here, as I said before, the drakes can spawn only from 2 directions. They can spawn from the back of the platform, and they can spawn from the right side of the platform. As you can see, there's one on the right side right now. And so then the one in the back in the black platform just spawned, and so those are the ones that we focus. As a tank, as a warrior, for me, what I do is I'd like put down a Ravager a couple of times, and I deep wounds them, and like whenever we got one low, I'd just pop a cooldown maybe and just try and do a lot of damage to it. Anyway, so the main thing you really need to worry about here is that like kind of not getting your raid like whirlwinded, because this is a huge endurance fight, and so your healer is going to be really strapped for mana towards the end, and so you want to make sure that everything's on point and people are avoiding fire, avoiding mechanics as much as they can to make things as easy for the healer. As I said before, this is a very long fight for us. So anyway, what we're doing is that we focus every other dragon, as I said before, and we focus every dragon that spawns on the back of the platform. And so as soon as one spawns on the back of the platform, we ready ourselves and we DPS as much as possible. As you can see, I got deep wounds on it. Later on in the fight, you'll see that I'm doing like heroic throws on them as much as possible. If you're melee, you're fucked. You're just fucked. Okay, that's all there is to it. Just pack your bags, call it a day, you're fucked. Now, if you're ranged, now we're talking, okay? Our feral druid is actually, yeah, he's actually a feral druid. He's got about 7 pieces of moonkin gear, and he's a moonkin right now, and that's because having 7 pieces of moonkin gear and a spec that he has no idea how to play is more viable than a spec that he has like a 45 itemable gear score set for, just because of how shitty this achievement is. Apparently they got rid of the knockback that Warlord Zayla does. It seems like that they did, because I've never gotten knocked back, and I've spent like 30 minutes tanking her throughout our attempts on this, and so don't really worry too much about that. The main thing you really need to worry about is just the whirlwind. If you can handle the whirlwind, you're not going to have too much trouble. In a second here, I'm going to kind of cut to our different kills. And so it's like you're pretty much just whittling down like the drakes, and so whenever they come back, like let's say you get it down to 80%, and then you get it down to 60%, and then the next time it flies back around, you get it down to like 40, and then you get down to 20, and then your monk touch of deaths. If you have a monk for a touch of death, it helps a lot, especially if the monk is a tank, because then you can have 3 ranged and the monk. Makes it a whole lot easier. But if you have at least a monk, like we're doing this as two ranged, like optimal guys, 3 ranged. Like if you're doing this with 2 melee, you're gonna be having a really bad fucking time. And unless your DPS, your ranged DPS is just a fucking god, he's probably not gonna be able to do enough substantial damage for the damage to even count, because it'll just get healed up all the way, or you'll be here for an hour. I don't really know which one would be worse. But either way, as you can see, the drakes are flying down with slightly lesser HP, and so it's a real work in progress. Like, I don't really know what to say. It's like you're gonna fucking earn this boar. Like, that's what it comes down to, is you're gonna earn this boar. As you can see, there's skull pops down, pretty low health. Like, as you can see, skull dies because touch of death like fucking saved their lives there. If you're melee, you cannot target the drakes with melee attacks unless unless you take damage from the fire. And so again, because this is such a healing intensive fight, and it's not really healing intensive, it just takes a long time, and so it runs your healer out of mana. You pretty much just don't really want to have that happen, and so it's just better to just not go into melee range. And as you can see, we're getting this one kind of low too as well, and Touch of Death again saves us. Now, we don't Touch of Death every single one. Like, don't think that you need Touch of Death to do this. You don't need Touch of Death. It just makes it like significantly easier. I think that we killed like 2 of them with Touch of Death. Like, there's that one. Oh my god, dude, that one was so fucking close. Like, it was so close. But like, we're not even really mad because it'll fly back and we'll kill it again, right? So anyway, towards the end, like, you'll start killing more of them. It takes a while to kind of get the first few down because of just like, I mean, as I said before, it's a rotation, and so like about 10 drakes are like in the fight, and so you're fighting 5 or 6 of them at the same time, and so it's kind of annoying. But honestly, guys, it's not really that big of a deal, especially if you really know what you're doing and you've got good range. Now, I think it took us like 3 tries to do this. We had a pretty good group. The only reason that we really wiped is our monk, like, because you can't really see like the edge of the platform whenever you're in there is melee, and so I think he like fell off the edge or something like that, or like accidentally rolled off the edge or something. I don't really remember, but either way, it was kind of like just some kind of dumb bullshit. But it's not really a big deal. Like, you'll have mistakes like that happen. Like, it's a long fight, and that's just the way it goes. And so again, there's one. I mean, we killed that one without Touch of Death, as you guys can see. So it just Touch of Death makes things easier, but so would having a range. And so at the end of the day, what would be really better? I don't really know, but Touch of Death does make it nice to have, and it would be good if you had like a monk healer. I don't know if healers have Touch of Death. I don't think they do. Monk tanks do, I know for sure. And so anyway, guys, there's the achievement. Again, you have to kill 5 of these drakes within the course of the fight. It's a really fucking annoying and long achievement, but I guess, you know, it's really nice boar, guys. Like, I got the boar. Oh, it's the best, okay? So it's really worth it. Anyway, guys, that's pretty much all I got. Hope this helped. Thanks for watching, and like, comment, subscribe.